Hi, I'm Jesse Blazik. I'm the Library Director at the P.S.A Public Library, and I'm here today because I want to tell you about a big change that's coming to the library very soon. The library is now fine-free. We don't have overdue fines anymore. So I want to tell you what that means and what it doesn't mean. Basically, what it means is what it says. Overdue fines are a thing of the past at the P.S.A Library. If you bring your items in a couple days late, we will no longer charge you that small late fee. We just want you to bring your items back so we can put them back in circulation. We're not going to worry about those fines anymore. Other than that, our model is staying pretty much the same. You will still need to reimburse the library if you lose an item or if it's damaged. You will still need to bring it back in a timely manner. All items will still have their due dates. And we still, hope and expect that everyone will bring their items back on time. But if you don't happen to bring it back on time, that's okay. We just want you to bring it back. After 14 days overdue, your account will be blocked and you'll no longer be able to use library services. So that's one way that we still ensure that our items are brought back at some point. But what we've realized is, fines just don't work. There's a growing body of research, and a number of libraries who have made this change in the past have confirmed that overdue fines just aren't a good motivation for people to bring items back on time. Most people bring most of their items back on time because it's the right thing to do, because they understand that that's how libraries work. We work because we're able to lend items out, get them back and lend them again, and that doesn't work if people keep the items for too long. So the purpose of fines to get people to bring them back on time turns out just isn't a great motivator. So it's something that librarians hate, it's something that the public hates, it doesn't work, so why continue to do it? On top of that, people who are most affected by fines are kids, are the elderly, are the disadvantaged. Those are people for whom a $2 or a $5 fine could mean a barrier to access to library services going forward. Those are also groups of people who tend to be more in need of library services. Kids, the library can be a magical place for kids. They get their books, they learn to read, they learn to love books, love literature, love information at the library. And so when a kid is blocked, they're at the mercy of someone else to give them money to pay their fines. If they're unable to pay their fines, they're unable to continue using the library, then that's somewhat of a tragedy. And the same thing for a lot of elderly folks who are on fixed incomes or economically disadvantaged people, families who have fallen on hard times, where a $5 fine could really mean a significant burden to those families. So we're taking that out of the equation now. Fines will no longer be a barrier to people using the library. There is still a need for responsibility. There is still a need for people to bring their items back on time. So we encourage you to come to the library. Feel free to borrow our items. Please bring them back when you can. If you have items that have been out for a very long time, if you have something that was due a year ago, that was due 6 months ago, just bring it back. If you bring those items back, that charge will be removed from your account, and we'll move ahead like it's a clean slate. We just want our books back. We just want our patrons back. It's as simple as that. So this is a major change for the library, and I'm excited to be able to tell you that we're moving forward with this. You might have heard that a number of other libraries in the area have started to make this change as well. The Palos Heights Library joins almost 100 libraries in the Chicago area now that have made this change. And we're excited to be part of this growing movement as we move libraries forward into the 21st century. For me, this is a big change personally, because Growing up in libraries, fines have been such a big component of what libraries are, how they function. It's kind of like death taxes and library fines in my mind. So it's a major change, and it took me a while to wrap my head around exactly what this means and how a library can function this way. But as I've studied the issue and talked with other people who've been involved in a change like this, I really see that it's all upside for the library, it's all upside for the public. So it's an exciting change. Not to mention, with the pandemic still going on, we've had to change our operations quite a bit in the past year, and a lot of that has been waiving a lot of fines for people because they can't get to the building, or the building has been closed, what have you, over the past year. So we've already been doing a lot of fine-free in the past few months. We've been waiving fines. We're just making that change permanent going forward. It'll never be a part of our operations again. So some people will wonder, what about the money? What are we going to do to make up for all that lost fine money? Well, the fact of the matter is, it's not a lot of money. When you look at the bottom line, the amount of money that we're bringing in on an annual basis is less than 0.5% of our total annual revenues. It's not a lot of money. And that pot has been shrinking every year. It's been getting less and less for a couple of reasons. One, there's a lot more e-lending going on and less physical lending. Our reminder system has gotten better. It's a lot more automated, so people are getting their reminders a lot more reliably, and I think that's prompting people to bring their items back on time. We are also doing auto renewals these days, so if there isn't a hold on your item and it gets to the end of the loan period, if it's eligible for a renewal, it will automatically renew, so people don't have to call up or to renew the items themselves. And all those things combined have really reduced the number of fines we've been bringing in recent years anyway. So less than 0.5% of total library revenues is what we're talking about, and we can make up for that in a number of ways. We will tighten our budget as needed to make this happen. We'll try and increase our own fundraising efforts to try and make up for this. But when it comes down to it, the benefit that the library gets and that the community gets from this far outweighs that small cost for this, for what is a significant barrier to some people to access to the library. So I'm excited to move forward in this new direction, and I hope you'll join me. If you haven't been in the library anytime recently, your family hasn't been in, please come back, come see what we have to offer. Understand that we're not out to stick you with little fines here or there. We're not looking to make more money off the backs of people borrowing our items. We want to serve you. We want to serve the community. We want our services to be as available as they can be to every member of the community. So thanks for listening, and hope to see you soon.